104. Infinity Broadcasting's WJMK, Chicago's oldies station.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for listening. It's good to be back at Magic 104. Well, I'll tell you, seems like I've been away for a month, but that trip to Memphis was out of sight. Gonna talk about that and a few other things between now and 10 o'clock. The purpose of a man.
In this hour, a very special guest host who's going to join us and be part of the entire program for the next hour, and that is Mr. Scott Mackay from 95.9 The River.
Thank you, Pam. I'm very excited to be here. I was actually very honored that you asked me to do this because, I came into Dick Biondi's life a little bit later. So I was there, more toward the tail end of his career, but I definitely got there at a good time to meet him and love him and find out all about him. So it's pretty exciting to be here. You did, and I have to say this, I thought it was so neat. Pam, I've known Pam for a while, hosted a fundraiser, but she said, make sure you have good lighting so I can see your gorgeous eyes. So Pam, that's for you. I need my glasses to see your face. So I'll give you my eyes for 10 seconds and we'll move on.
Well, thank you. You look wonderful, Scott.
Thank you.
Really do.
I feel great. But this is all about Dick Biondi. It's his day. It's his birthday.
That's right.
So I'm very excited about that. I came to work here in Chicago with the Kevin Matthews Show, and I played his sidekick, Mo Driver, for many years, and I was kicked around quite a bit. That was my character. I was supposed to be. And from there, I ended up on the True Oldies channel, 94.7, the Scott Shannon kind of syndicated show, and came in on the mornings, and all of a sudden, they hired Dick Biondi and John Records Landecker, two of the nicest people I've met in radio. And I mean that sincerely because they were about the music. They weren't about being big stars. They were about having fun and playing the best songs they could. And so to meet those legends, I grew up on the East Coast. So I had cousin Brucey and Sandy Beach up in Buffalo and New York City. And so we all knew John Records Landecker, and we all knew who Dick Biondi was because he broke artists. You can't say that about DJs anymore. Dick was the kind of guy that would get a record. And I remember, we'll talk about the Buckinghams later, but, I heard Dennis telling a story about without Dick Biondi, where would the Buckinghams be? Because he broke those records. So the power of that man, and you can't walk down the street, and if you tell anyone that you worked with Dick Biondi, oh my God, I loved it. I grew up with it. He will live on forever and ever and ever in Chicago radio history. So
you
I'm
are
glad
so
that we
right, Scott.
are here to do that.
You are so right. And, you might be interested to know that Dick actually grew up on the East Coast. He grew up in Endicott, New York, upper state New York.
Oh, did he? Didn't he
Yes.
start in New York? Didn't
Yes,
he
he
have
did.
radio shows on the East Coast first?
He did. Well, he started in New York, but he didn't last too long out there. He just got out of high school, and then he went down to Alexandria, Louisiana, where he got his start playing race
And sometimes
records.
you have to go to Alexandria,
Yes.
Louisiana, to get a start.
Well, it worked for him. He really cut his teeth on the race records and fell in love with rhythm and blues and just carried that with him through his entire career. He was always, a force for promoting black artists as well as white artists. And
way ahead of his time.
Way ahead of his time, absolutely.
Without question. And it's just funny walking through Chicagoland. I've been here a little over 20 years now, which is the longest I've ever been anywhere. Because I moved around a lot in radio to make money. You bounce. I've been from Boston to Denver, as Barry Manilow said, and every town in between.
Yeah.
But I love what I do. And to come across and to be able to work with two legends like John and Dick, it was just amazing. And someone sent me this, and I had it in the backdrop. And I know you're going to be able to see it. But it is a picture of Dick Biondi in a car.
Oh,
That's
my
him
goodness.
right there.
That's awesome.
And I don't know who it is, why they're there. Well, can you see the name of the store, La Foyer?
So that kind of looks like,
I don't know.
That's
that.
Dick in the front seat of an old classic
Oh, my
car.
goodness.
Oh, it's Gene Taylor. Dick Biondi and Gene Taylor visited Geneva in 1961. Biondi was the disc jockey for LS. They made a promotional appearance at Music Limited, a record store on State Street.
How
that's
cool
so
is that?
Someone gave that to me for my birthday.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So I have Dick in my house.
I've never seen that before.
Me
I've seen a
neither.
lot of pictures, but that's the first Wow, that's
Yeah.
awesome, man. We appreciate
He's
you
holding an
sharing.
envelope of some sort. I don't know if he was paying the kids for coming out to yell for him, or I don't know.
He didn't need to pay those kids. Those kids
No,
were
he
like
did not. They were.
stalking him. I was one of them.
They do the wild-eyed Australian. Yeah, they were following him.
Scott, this is so cool that you're here with us.
How about we see some of the birthday greetings we got set up for Dick Biondi?
Hey Dick, this is Tom Duty from the Crying Shames. I'm here in California and I'm wishing you the very best and happiest birthday. See you soon.
Hey, Dick Biondi. This is Jim Pilster, J.C. Hook from the Crying Shames. Hey, I can't believe it. I heard you're turning 88. My wife said if I lived that long, she'd kill me. So, hey, buddy, you've always been the Crying Shames hero. All the early Crying Shames and all the help that you gave us, thank you. Happy birthday, my friend.
Hey, Dick Biondi. Jerry McGeorge here from the Shadows of Night and H.P. Lovecraft. I just wanted to wish the most happy birthday to my old friend and many on top of the pizzas to you, old buddy. Take care.
You're tuned to the ugliest disc jockey in radio, the village idiot, the supersonic spaghetti slooper, the nut.
The interesting thing about Dick, when you listen on the radio, you think you're in a pizza joint in the neighborhood or standing on the corner talking to him. You know, he was one of us.
That's me.
I hope everybody's having a great time here celebrating Dick Biondi Day. Scott, you have some very, very special guests that you'd like to introduce right now. So
I do have some special guests, and I've known these guys for a long time. And I want you to remember while we're doing this Dick Biondi Day, it is a fundraiser, and you can see all the information below while you're watching this to donate for this documentary to be completed. And that way, my special guests can be on today and maybe even a part of the documentary. So get that done. I would love to introduce a band that I've been following for many, many years, and they are wonderful people, good guys. They've even let my bad voice on their stage. From the Meteors, everybody, it is Ron Miller, who is lead singer, and he plays some sort of instrument. And I know Tony Bisek is the drummer. So welcome, guys, to Dick Biondi Day.
Thank you. We're glad to be here today.
It's good to see you both. And Ron, I know you play the keyboards and you have like a variety of them. But I think you're one of the bands that in the bands that I have seen recreate note for note the classic songs that Dick Biondi played. And you guys really, I know, Ron, you're a stickler for having it done exactly the way the song was recorded.
Well, there's a reason for that, because the music was simple. And way back when that music was written, we didn't overplay everything. We didn't use tapes. We didn't use all kinds of artificial type sounds and whatever. Everything was created and everybody was heard. And good bands, you heard the mistakes and you heard the great things they did. So it's a matter of keeping it simple, keeping it accurate, and trying to do what people want to hear. And that's pretty much what the Meteors have been all about, and ever since we put the band together back in 2006.
So it's been a long time you guys have been together, 2006. And Tony, you've been drumming all your life, haven't you?
About 60 years now.
Okay, so you started at 2. That's awesome. Because you're 62, right?
Yeah. Still a wise guy, Scott.
Well, it's good to see you guys. And I know that, you may have a story or two about Dick Biondi, and you tell us about it.
As we've been following Dick for the last 30 years, 40 years almost. And a lot of the toy drives, they were kind of, as they went along, they became more popular and whatever. And at one toy drive, we actually had brought equipment out to play, and they wouldn't let us play. And Dick was so upset, he actually wanted to quit the station that night, and I talked him out of it. So that was really how close we were as a band to actually Dick Biondi and the things that he brought, for the different toy drives. And then my wife would always send nuts that she made, these homemade sugar pecans, and he enjoyed those. And we always had a great time talking to people that would show up at the toy drive, and it was always a good time for the band. And Tony, I'll let you put a little bit of chiming in on this and see what you have to say about some of this.
Well, as Pam can detest, I sent some pictures to her about early shows we did with Dick Biondi years ago in the 60s. And actually, my first show I played with Dick was probably around 1963 at a small teen club in Cicero, Illinois. And I don't know if you guys remember back then in the 60s, there was something called the pizzerinos. They were small pizzas that they used to have at the different teen clubs and everything that the kids could buy for like 10 cents a piece. And they were only about maybe 4 or 5 inches in diameter. And he used to advertise those on the air and everything. So I remember doing that. I was still in grade school playing shows with him. So, yeah, we go back a long way, and he was always very personable. Every time you'd call the station, you'd request a song or a song for somebody's birthday, he'd get on it right away. He'd say, listen to this next song. Right after that, your request is coming up. Never denied anything like that. Always very down to earth and like just a great guy. He's a sweetheart guy.
Till he turned off the mic, Tony went, God, I wish that guy would stop bothering me every night. Jesus. Right?
Hey, that's a great impression, Scott.
Yeah, right.
It's like Gary Lewis, right?
Yeah, that is right. That was right. So you guys put something together here for the Good Times fundraiser, didn't you?
Yes, we did. We have a promotion video that we were able to do something with from the 2020 promotion that we didn't really use this year, and it incorporated some of the elements from the actual fundraiser itself. And you're included in the promotion. Scott did a great job in bringing us in and bringing us out. So that's there for everybody to see. And then there's some live performances from 2019. Other than that are kind of interleaved, and I don't know how that's all going to pan out, but we'll see when they edit and they cut it and see what it comes out to be.
Oh, we're going to watch it right now.
Oh, okay, great.
This is a band I've been following for years. I love them very much, and I'm very happy to be here. So, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the Meteors.
Kisses sweeter than wine, sugar and spice and all things nice. You know that little girl is mine. Sugar and spice and all things nice. Kisses sweeter than wine, sugar and spice and all things nice. You know that little girl is mine.
Meteors, come on. Now you know why they are one of my favorite bands of all time. They are amazing. That certainly punched up the room a notch. We love it.
Just so you knew that.
You guys, this is really special to have you all here with us celebrating Dick Biondi Day. I know how much love you have for Dick Biondi. It's just, he's got a big heart. He'll do anything.
He really does.
You know,
there's not many people that do things without something in return, and Dick was the one that gave to give.
You got it.
If that makes sense.
Perfect.
Absolutely. And, you know, that's why I'm making this film. I've spent the last 6 years of my life dedicated to telling Dick's story, telling my story also about meeting Dick and how he touched my life and how many lives he's touched. And we've got so many unbelievable people in this film that talk about what Dick did for them and how he helped their careers. And just even ordinary fans tell their stories about how Dick touched their lives. And it's just, it's pretty remarkable. And I'm so excited to get it done. And I thank you guys for all your support. Everybody, there's been so many people that have come to be part of it. And I really thank you for being part of it.
I got to tell you a quick story while the Meteors are on, and it's not so much about you guys, but I know you'll get a kick out of it because it was the very first garage band show at the Arcada Theater. So it was the first time that all the Chicago bands had gotten together, and I was hosting with Dick Biondi. So I'd come out on stage, I'd introduce Dick, he'd introduce a band, I'd introduce a band, and Danielle Tufano, who's third cousins with Dennis Tufano from the Buckinghams, she's my co-host and program director of 95.9 The River. So she was backstage and Dick was talking to her and he goes, "Come here, I want to show you something." And so he takes her to the stairwell and she's nervous now. She is wondering what's going on. And he goes, "Open your hand." And she opens her hand and he puts a roll of quarters into her hand. He said, "That's for you." And it was one of those things. She goes, "He gave me $10. He gave me a roll of quarters. Why was he carrying it around?" I said, "Probably in case someone, came along in the old days, they put a roll of quarters in their hand and made sure they had a good punch if anyone was coming after him." So she still has that roll of quarters that Dick Biondi gave her backstage.
Oh,
it's awesome.
Oh, that's a great memory to have too.
Yeah. So guys, again, thanks for all the music and coming on Dick Biondi Day. If you'd like to say one more thing, Tony, Ron from the Meteors, about you guys.
We'd like to thank John Reinke for making an appearance there because he was out of town and he ran into Dennis Tufano out in, when they were on tour, and he talked Dennis into coming to begin with. So, thanks Jay for helping us out with this thing, and thanks for Carl and for all the guys in New County 6, Ray Graffia, Bruce, all those people that made a contribution. We enjoyed sharing the equipment in this stage with all of you. And hopefully you'll always be welcome on our stage, and hopefully we'll see you down the road. That's all I have to say for now. And good luck with the benefit. And we hope that the film gets off to a good start. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Ron. Tony?
Well, I'd just like to wish Dick Biondi a happy birthday and many more years of blessings, God's blessings. And thank you for everything you've done for all the bands in Chicago, no matter if they were national acts, recording acts, or just local bands just trying to, make a few bucks playing teen clubs. He was always there to support everybody, never talked down to anybody, very respectful, and just a great guy. So everybody should thank Dick Biondi for everything they have, because if it wasn't for him, a lot of these guys wouldn't even be known. So we love you, Dick.
Thanks Tony.
Thanks, Scott. Thanks for bringing us on.
You bet. The Meteors, everybody. And they're still playing, by the way. They're still playing.
Yeah, we are coming up. www.themeteors.org.
Thanks, guys.
Roses are red, violets are blue. If I don't read a gala commercial, the boss says I'm through. Hey, here's more news about Gala, everybody. Really, you know, it's not news because Gala has been around for a long, long time. You girls ought to know that Gala invented the bobby pin. You know, they make hairnets, they make curlers, they make rollers, they make hair clips. And boy, oh boy, they make trouble if I louse up their spots. 55 degrees. I wish they'd make it look like 55. 14 past 9 tonight, fair, low in the mid-40s. Tomorrow, a beautiful day for golf, sunny and warmer, high in the 70s. Tomorrow night, fair with the low in the lower 50s. Humidity 48%, the winds are south at 5 miles an hour. You're tuned to the ugliest disc jockey in radio, that's me. You agree? Boy, oh boy, right? Hey, here's a beautiful song. Everybody out there, it's a pleasure to play this one, the Costells, So This Is Love.
You gotta love that, Dick Biondi.
One of a kind.
When I hear Dick, I just immediately go back to the 60s. And because, you know, to me, he was at WLS. That's where I listen to Dick, and everybody's got their own version. Some people listen to him on WCFL.
Mm-hmm.
Like Joe listened to him on WJMK, I believe, right, Joe?
That's right. That's how I got into being a fan of Dick Biondi. My generation, WJMK, the oldie station. Absolutely.
Sure.
Yeah, it was great.
And I listened to him on that one, too. That's where I first heard him, and then he came over to 94.7, the True Oldies channel. And that's the whole reason I got into radio, is because I liked the 70s pop music, 60s and 70s that I grew up with. And I wanted to play those records. I didn't want to be anybody. I wanted to share, because each song takes you back to a place and time. And to me, I can hear a Bee Gees song from a specific album that my parents had, and I will be playing Bumper Pool in a house at Spofford Lake, New Hampshire, where I grew up. And that song takes you back in time. And Dick Biondi memories are the same. The songs that he broke, the Chicago bands that he broke. And believe me, these bands that are playing today, they're here for a reason. And the reason is it takes them back to when Dick broke their records on the radio. It's just that's what radio's all about. It's heart and soul.
Absolutely. And it's great memories, and you can never, those memories will always live in your heart. And Dick Biondi personifies so much of what what our young lives were all about. He was with us everywhere. He was with us in our cars, at the drive-in, having a root beer float, or, having a hamburger or whatever. He was everywhere.
Dick was along for the ride everywhere you went.
Everywhere.
So I have to say, when I hosted a fundraiser for Dick about a year ago, or maybe a year and a half ago, I was shocked that I was actually in the trailer introducing Dick. And it was at that show I previously talked about.
Yeah.
About where he had the roller quarters. So thanks for including me.
Oh, absolutely. You're welcome. We were,
wouldn't have it any other way.
You did such a great intro of Dick. I mean, you just brought it home, and we thought, we got to grab this, So you
That's
opened the trailer.
This is the guy where all this rock and roll was born, in the CFL days and the WLS AM days. He has been in the business a long time, and he's proud to say he's been fired 25 times. A Chicago legend. Put your hands together for the one and only Dick Biondi!
This is Twilight Tralian Dick Biondi. Roses are red, violets are blue. If I don't read a commercial, the boss says I'm through.
Who is that? Is he on something?
He was an early rebel.
How many guys do you know that have been fired 25 times from any job?
On top of a pizza.
People would send him pizzas in the mail.
He was there for everybody. Elvis, the Beatles.
Dick Biondi was the first guy to play a Beatle record in America.
He was in the recording studio when the Stones did Satisfaction.
He would break all of our records. Back in the 60s, there'd be 1,000 kids waiting to meet Dick Biondi.
He's amazing. Amazing that he's still on the air, still doing what he's doing.
Let's have 3 hours of rockin' and rollin'.
Dick Biondi, the American rock and roll disc jockey.
Hi, everybody. I'm Dick Biondi. I'm sure you guys are having a lot of fun.
In the early 60s, like most teens, I had my radio glued to my ear, listening to rock and roll, teen news, and my favorite disc jockey, Dick Biondi. Dick was more than a DJ. He was our friend. I've always wanted to tell Dick's story and the impact he had on the music and the people of my generation. Because for me, and for millions of baby boomers growing up in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, Dick Biondi was the voice in our cars, the voice under our pillows,
and the voice that rocked America.
And if anybody hasn't seen our trailer, you can also, share it with your friends on our dickbeyondifilm.com website. It's right there on the front page. It's 2 minutes, and you get a real good idea of what the film's all about. So, yeah. So thank you for being part of it, Scott.
Oh, my pleasure. And Joe, I know we got a lot going on today here on Dick Biondi Day.
We do. It's been an incredible day so far, and we got more spectacular stuff coming up because the New Colony 6 is going to be performing for us a little bit later on.
Awesome.
We have we have performances coming up from the Chicago experience. We also have Jimy Sohns coming on later. I mean, you can't get any better than that. And they're a special part of this day because of their love for Dick Biondi, and that strong, close connection between those bands and Dick Biondi is pretty powerful. So you're not going to want to go anywhere because we have some amazing stuff still ahead for this special Dick Biondi Day.
And actually, we have something pretty amazing right now. And I've had the opportunity to introduce these guys on stage many, many times as well. And I've seen them both versions. I've seen them with Dennis Tufano and with just Carl Giammarese, who has really, back in 1970, took over the band. Dennis moved out to California. He wanted to try acting and singing, and so he left the Buckinghams. And Carl continued in the tradition of how great the Buckinghams are and took over the lead vocals for it. And so we've got a couple of really cool performances coming up. Number one is with Carl Giammarese with the Buckinghams, and then the original lead singer who sang all the original hits, Dennis Tufano, will have her performance coming up right after Carl. So let's take a peek at those.
Hello, Dick Biondi. How are you? Carl Giammarese here. And on behalf of the Buckinghams, we want to wish you a very happy birthday. Thinking about you, you're in our prayers, thoughts and prayers. And thinking way back, we've got so many great memories of getting together with you up at the radio station or you coming out to one of our shows. And want to thank you. You're a big part of our success, like many of the bands around Chicago especially. But you did so much for us through the years, and we just wish the best for you, and we love you. And happy birthday. And thought it'd be kind of fun to do a couple songs that you helped make big hits for the Buckinghams. So I'm going to do it for you, starting with this one. Kind of a drag when your baby don't love you. Kind of a drag when you know she's been untrue. Whoa, 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 listen to what I've gotta say. I still love you. I'll always love you. And then there was this song. And thank you again for helping us make this song a big success. So, Dick, it goes like this. If you don't love me, why don't you tell me? Instead of running around with all the other guys in town, can't you see you're hurting me? Don't you care? Don't you care? If you don't want me, why don't you tell me? Instead of telling a lie and making me cry, can't you see you're hurting me? Don't you care? Don't you care? Don't you care? Don't you care? There you go, Dick. Happy birthday. Be well, my friend. And we're all thinking about you, and you're in our prayers, all our thoughts and prayers. We love you. You take care. We'll see you again.
We're going to stay with Darren for a little bit if you don't mind. It's coming. Somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for me. My lover stands on the sands and watches the ships that go sailing. Somewhere beyond the sea, she's there watching for me. If I could fly like birds on high, then straight to the wrong I'd go sailing. It's far beyond the stars, beyond. I know beyond the dark, my heart will lead me there soon. Beyond the shore, we'll kiss just as before. Happy we'll be beyond the sea, and never again I'll go sailing. Beyond the shore, we'll kiss just as before. Happy we'll be beyond the sea, and never again I'll go sailing. No more sailing. So long sailing. Bye-bye sailing.
Dennis Tufano, and before that, Carl Giammarese. It is Dick Biondi Day, and we're celebrating with all the great Chicago artists that you know and love and grew up with. And Dick Biondi brought all these people together and broke many of these records. And I had the opportunity to work with Dennis Tufano when he was doing his Bobby Darin album. And man, oh man, to see that guy perform Bobby Darin songs and give them a new breath. I mean, really, he gave these songs life. And I got to host them with the orchestra and the comedian that he had on tour for a few shows. And man, that guy can sing. He said to me one day, he goes, if I can't hit the original notes and the exact original keys that we were in, that's when I stopped singing. Those songs anyway, because he wants to do the originals the way they were meant to be done. So very cool. And, I just want to thank you guys for having me this hour. It's been fun. I've got a lot of hours to watch ahead and excited. And one of my other idols is coming up, I know, next hour. The second nicest guy in radio, because Dick really is first. And then it's John Records Landecker, right?
Right. Oh,
you guys can't say that. I can.
Oh, my gosh. It's really been a blast, Scott.
It has.
Hanging with you, and great to see you. And thank you for all the love and support that you've given Dick Biondi and the Dick Biondi film. We really appreciate it, my friend.
Well, Joe, I appreciate your kind words. And Pam, I always love you pulling me into these things because I wouldn't know about them if you weren't so active. And the reason we're all here is to get this documentary out and about and make sure that everybody sees it. And, during the next few hours, when you see all these great performances and you've donated a little money, you say, you know what, this is really worth more. You can donate more than once a day. I learned that a long time ago. And if you haven't donated, this is all to get this film out. And on Dick Biondi's birthday, they say in lieu of present, the present to Dick would be to get this funded so that we can get it out for everyone to see. And you've seen clips, and Pam, you've done such a great job, the two of you getting all of this together. So thank you very much.
And thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Happy birthday, Dick Biondi from Susan Rakes with the Buckinghams. I hope today is your best day ever. You are a legend, but most importantly, you are my friend. Thank you for all that you've done for so many people. My love to you and Mary Beth always, and hope to see you soon. Happy birthday, Dick.
Happy birthday, Dick Biondi. What a great thing. And you've been around for such a long time, and I want to thank you for what you did for the Buckinghams, although I'm not an original member, but you're keeping us out there with what you did. So God bless you, and I'll hope to see you soon. See you then. Happy birthday, man.
Somewhere Dick Biondi plays those records for me. If I could fly, but I can't. Happy birthday, Paisan. I hope you have a great day. You've always been my favorite DJ. Always. Have a good one, Virgo friend. Love you. Ciao.
As I say goodbye and thank you, and please make your donations throughout the day today. It is one of those causes that will live on forever, and we want to see this come to its finish. I would love to bring you the Cave Dwellers, and not just the Cave Dwellers, because we have Jimy Sohns, and I think you all know the song Gloria. Most of you even know how to spell it because of this song. So here they are.
Hello, everybody. We're the Cave Dwellers. We'd like to send out a special birthday wish to our hero when we were teenagers, Dick Biondi. Happy birthday, Dick. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get ya.
Daddy told Hattie about the things she saw. 2 big arms and a wooden jaw. Wooden bullet, wooden bullet. Bullet, 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 bullet. Hattie told Maddie, let's not take a chance. Let's not be a 7. Come and learn to dance. Bullet, 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 bullet. Bullet, 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 bullet. Watch it now, watch it. Hey! It's a thing to do. Get yourself a ring and pull the wool with you. Bullet, 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 bullet. Watch it, now watch it.
I believe every word, ain't no lie. Telling that you want a man while they laugh and get what they can. For what they can, for what they can. I'm sitting home every day and night trying to figure out who's wrong or right. Should I think or should I forget? Maybe I can get all that I can get. I can get, I can get. Think I know I'm really smart. I'll get a girl that has some heart. She'll be as true can be. Then you'll see how she sticks with me. Oh, with me. Oh, with me. Yeah. Now that I got a girl of mine, she's really something. She's really fine. She won't ever, ever make me blue. She'll be the one that's always true, always true, always true.
night has come, and the land is dark, and the moon is the only light we'll see. Well, now won't be free. No, I won't shed a tear, just long as you stand by me. Now if the light that we look upon should tumble and fall, and the mountains should crumble to the sea, well, I won't be afraid. No, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stay by me. Come on, 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 stay by me.
is not going to be what you think it is. I'm not going to sing Gloria. I'm going to sing to my best friend, Dick Biondi. Tell you about Dick Biondi. He comes around. He'd do anything for you. That's just the way he is. Without Dick Biondi, there'd be no Buckinghams. There'd be no Crying Shaves. No New Colony Six. No American Breed. No New Colony Six. No Boys from Illinois. No Cheap Trick. No Sticks. There would be no nothing. His name is D-I-C-K. Dick Biondi. Biondi. Hey, I want to tell you about a little story. I first met Dick Biondi when I was 14 years old at Mount Prospect Plaza. And I was singing with a little band. He came up to me and he said, "There's something about you, son." I said, "Yeah, my parents been trying to get rid of it for years, but it's still here." He says, "No, you really got something. Never give up your dream. Never give up your dream, and you'll make it. I know you'll make it." And I'll be goddamn if he wasn't right. I love you, Dick Biondi. You'll always be in my heart. And I know that goes for everybody here tonight. I bet this is as much of a surprise to you as it is to the band. I didn't tell them I was going to do this, but somehow I feel I got to. Because without you, Dick Biondi, we'd still all be home making pizzas and our girlfriends. So, all I gotta say is, I love you from the bottom of my heart, and happy birthday to you, my friend. My friend, Dick Biondi. Trying to say I like you, Dick.